Made in Canada is based on having a medical condition we can predict in advance as being irremediable. The fact is, we do not know how to predict irremediability in mental illness. Some have suggested the unpredictability of mental disorders is no different than that of physical disorders. This is simply untrue. The disorders before the courts that all made rulings are based on are far more predictable than mental disorders. While some other physical disorders can be unpredictable, expansion advocates rarely point out the simple fact that we do not understand the pathophysiology of almost any mental disorder. It's a false equivalence to equate the unpredictability of illnesses like cancer, neurodegenerative diseases, or disorders with known underlying biology with mental illnesses that we lack fundamental understanding of. Talk about putting the cart before the horse. Some are suggesting the issue is simply lack of consensus and proposing a sunset clause on the exclusion of mental disorders to allow time to develop standards. The issue is not lack of consensus. The issue is lack of evidence. Lack of evidence about whether irremediability in mental disorders can even be predicted. If CPA is putting the cart before the horse, a sunset clause would be putting the cart before the horse without even knowing if the horse exists. We talk about the terrible stigma and discrimination faced by those with mental illness. This is not a reflection of our friends and loved ones being weak or inferior. It's a reflection of us as a society implementing discriminatory policies and turning a blind eye to the realities of mental illness. Pretending there are no differences between mental illness and physical illness for the purposes of MAID borders on, and I think I'm qualified to say this, delusional. And it's not about infantilizing anyone or removing their autonomy. People themselves wish to continue living when they improve. It's about avoiding discrimination by ensuring we don't set evidence-free policy exposing our loved ones to arbitrary assessments with no standards that can lead to their premature deaths.